Good morning, everyone. This is Nithisum, and today we are going to talk about Adobe Photoshop 2021. So let's get started. Everybody knows what's Adobe Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop is a powerful image editing software. See, Photoshop is a powerful image editing software. It is one of the most powerful and most popular image editing softwares in the world. Everybody knows software. Almost 50% of the world use Photoshop as an image editing software. So today we are going to create our first learn about Photoshop. All know that Photoshop is very popular, but it is not free, which is a very downfall of this software. But we can take it as a trial for 7 days or 14 days. So if not, you can see other videos from the online and download this for lifetime. So this is the welcome window of the Photoshop. So we must select this create new button and it will create a new. So here we can choose our size of the project and the name. For currently I am going to put the zoom, and we can select the background. We can select a background color using this option and select it from here. We can select the resolution, the color mode if it is RGB, grayscale, CMYK color, lap color or bitmap color. We can select the bit amount, and if we go to advanced options, we can see the color profile and the pixel aspect ratio to select whether it's square pixels or any other options. So for now I'm putting this as default and creating it. When we click create, this window opens. You can see here's the workspace as known, where we create, edit, and we do everything here. And we can see some tabs in the open area: file, edit image, layer type, select, filter, 3D, view, plugins window, and help tabs. We can see the main bar where we can select the options of tools. We can see the toolbar here, which contains all the tools. These are very powerful tools. And in the right side we can see color switches, gradients, patterns, and the layers, layer types, channels, paths. We can do everything here that is related to the document and the image. So let's then talk about the tools. So the tools, when we look at the toolbar, we can see a list of tools. At the very first we have the move tool, which when we select comes the cursor like this. Then we can move anything. For an example, I will open an image. Let's take this horse image as an example. Okay, so then we can move this by making it a layer from background as I showed. Then we can select this image and drag it all the way to the other document. So this is the basic function of the move. Then we have the mark you tool, which is a very important tool when coming to editing photos. We have from this option, if we right click, we can see a number of options. Here we can see the rectangular mark you tool, which allows us to select rectangularly in a rectangular shape selected portion of the image, or we can there's elliptical marquee tool which lets us select a portion of an image in a circular way, and there's single row marquee tool which lets us select a single row of pixels in an image, and then we have single column which select a single column of pixels in an image. So then these marquee tools are used to select images of an area and edit a part of an image only. So then we have the magnetic lasso tool. In the lasso tool we have a lasso tool, polygonal lasso tool, and magnetic lasso tool. So lasso tool is a tool which lets us select portions of an image from a freehand drawing. So we can select the lasso tool and throw across like this, and it will select the portion of the image which we drew. We have then the polygonal lasso tool which lets us select a portion of an image as a polygon shape, just like this. So after that we have the magnetic lasso tool, which is the most effective, is because this we can just drag it in the area and it will automatically attach to the image that we are selecting, just like this. So using the magnetic lasso tool, I just selected the horse in this image. So we have the selection tools. We have the magic wand tool, object selection tool, and quick selection tool. Through this object selection tool, we can just select a portion of an image, and then it identifies the object within it and selects that part only. It's selected the object. Then we have the quick selection tool, which lets us select it quickly, the image. When you drag like this, it automatically selects a part of the image as shown here. And from the magic wand tool, it selects all areas of the image which have the same color. Like this, if we select green, it selects the green part. If we select black, it selects all the black area. If we select green, we can see it selects all the green areas, and if we select brown, it selects all the brown areas, as you see. Then we have the crop tool, which is one of the most important tools. It lets us cut a part of an image and keep the part of the image we want only. So we can just drag the corners like this, and from here we can just select right, and boom, we have the selected image. Now there's eyedropper tool, which are a bit interesting because it lets us select the color. So we can select black of this horse for an example, and it selects the color of it. Then we can use this paint bucket tool, which is a tool, and select a part and paint it like just like this. So then we have the healing brush tool, which is a bit more next level, and we have brush tools, which are painting tools, brush tool and pencil tool, which are probably just drawing, and we have the clone stamp tool. This is a very important tool because we can create a clone of this specific horse in another area of an image. So we can just alt click and select the area of the horse, and if we want to select here, then it copies the horse. See, very simple and eye-catching too. See, very simple and eye-catching. Then we have other history brush tool, art history brush tool, which are a bit more complicated. And then we have the eraser tool, which we can select a layer from here and erase it. So if I select layer 1, it will erase the layer 1. If I select background, it will not erase the layer 1 or the image, it will only erase the background. So then we have the paint bucket tool, as I showed, and we have the gradient tool, which lets us select some colors in here. So let me show you. When we select gradient tool, we see a color bar here. So we can just go to this arrow and we can select any from the folder, just like this. For now, I will select this a purplish more thing, like this, and we can select this horse just like this. See, it colorifies the whole the layer or the image we selected. We can select just like the marquee tool. Yeah, I'm using the elliptical marquee tool and use the gradient tool to select it. So then it colorifies only the selected part. So I'm gonna undo this real quick. And then we have three most important tools. Here is the blur tool. The blur tool, we can select from here, as you see, the size of the thing, of the brush, and the hardness. The more the is the hardness, the more the image becomes blur. So we can select this horse and blur it. As you see, it's blurry. Now the head of the horse is fully blurred. So we can also use the sharpen tool, which sharpens the image just like this. It becomes more sharpened, and then we can use the smudge tool. I don't need to explain this because uh, from the effect you can see what it does. See. Then we have the dodge tool, burn tool, and smudge tool. The dodge tool simply lightens the image, just like this. It brightens the image, as you see. I'm gonna brighten this horse, and then the burn tool, which darkens the image. I'm gonna darken this horse. So see the difference. Then we have another tools, and then we have the text tool, which is A very important tool. We can select horizontal type, vertical type mask, and horizontal type mask. For example, if we select horizontal type tool, we can type horizontally as this, my horse, and move it over to here. Then we can select vertical type tool and type vertically, my horse, and also drag it just like this. Then we have the path selection tool or direct selection tool, which does the same thing as the selection tool. Then we have the rectangle, the shape tools. We can select rectangle, curve, and draw rectangles, and we can select ellipse tool and select and draw circle tools, just like that. Here we have the special custom shape tool, which we can draw custom shapes just like this. When we select the custom shape tool, you can see this box with the shape and the code. We need to just click this arrow, and here comes several options. We can select wild animals, leaf trees, birds, flowers. So from wild animals, I will just choose lion, and I will draw the lion. So if I drag it here, you see this, a perfect lion shape, which is surprising as you see. Then we have hand tool, rotate view tool, and all others. So another special tool is this color picker tool. We have two boxes here as you see. We can select the first box and choose a color from here. So I'm gonna choose a more bluish color and drag it over here. Then we can select OK and use the paint bucket tool. See, perfect. So we have just did our first project. I have taught you all the tools and how to mend with the and how to do all this. In the next video, advanced way, and teach you about the layers. Thank you, and please subscribe and like my channel. And goodbye. See you in the part 2 of this Adobe Photoshop series. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share my video. And please subscribe my channel to help. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.